been meaning... Girl. I've been meaning to record a new video, but I just haven't like had much going on. Like over the last few months, Zach has had some time off work and we've been doing stuff and we've been making videos. We've been going to London quite a lot, but we're not doing as much right now. But I've had a bunch of like, let's just say like unfortunate things happen. So with my job, I get a company car because every day I'm on the job I have to drive to different places. And it's a really good perk and I love it. And I've just had my car, I would say upgraded, because I was in a... Sorry, I'm really out of breath because I've just loaded stuff into the boot. Okay, let me breathe. Okay, I'm hearing things. So basically I've swapped my car for a hybrid and I love this car so much. I'm so happy that I get this car because this is a car I would not be able to drive if I did not have this job. It's a really big perk. But I returned my old car and they sent me an email like, do you have the spare key? And I replied saying, I don't ever recall having a spare key. They sent me the document that I signed when I first got the car, that there is a spare key. So I could not find it anywhere. And I eventually messaged back and said, I cannot find it. I'll pay for a new one. And then she replied yesterday and said, a new key is anywhere between £300 and £400, sometimes more. Today I come home and I'm like, let me just sort out my room, see if I can find it. I sorted out like half of my room, could not find it. Been home for like 3 hours, like just sorting out my room, and I'm like so tired. I know that that's not that long, but I'm exhausted. I went to the gym this morning, so I'm like so tired. So I'm like, anyway, I took stuff downstairs to start loading my car and I just thought, let me just have a little look here. I found the fucking key. I found the key. I have never been so relieved in my life so life is good. I also forgot to pay a charge for going over a bridge and the fine was £75 and I was fuming because I literally only had to pay £3.50. I had to pay £3.50 and I forgot to pay it. And I was like, oh my god, the charge is £75, like what am I gonna do? I got the email through. Also, every parking charge or like fine from the car that I get, I have to pay an extra like £15 or £20 on top for like Arville fee. It was my first time offence, so I only had to pay the £3.50 and the £15 fee, but just £3.50 instead of £70. Oh my gosh. So that's 2 lots of good luck I've had. The third one happened the first time. It wasn't good luck. I got caught 4 times in a bus lane, so I got £200 fine. I don't go in that lane anymore. I saw someone do it and I thought it was fine. I'm just a girl, like I can't, like £200 out of a possible 700 I'm good with, honestly. But I have the key in here and I'm gonna go post it tracked. I'm gonna pay however much I need to, so this gets to the place it needs to get to. I also really need a haircut. I love the length. I do love how long it's got, but that needs to go. Quite honestly, that needs to go. But yeah, so I'm about to go post that parcel and then I'm gonna go to Aldi, do a food shop. Then I'm gonna go home and see my baby dog, Zena. And then Zach will wake up at like 4. So like, it's only like 1:30. So like, he's not in this right now. You know what? It was literally just hailing. And now it's sunny. It actually, like, I'm not even joking. I went to put stuff in my car and it was hailing. And I was like, okay, it's hailing. And then, as soon as I went to my front door, a branch fell down right next to the boot of my car where I was. I actually would have got hit on the head if I didn't move out the way. So, there's something about finding this key and then not getting hit on the head with a branch, which makes me think that someone is looking out for me today. I think it's my grandpa. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I'm gonna be so honest. My grandpa passed away recently and I miss him so much. And I have this whole story about this keychain that I found, which I will maybe tell in this video. It's quite a personal story, but I've also literally told everyone in my life. So, okay, I've just got to the post office. I'm gonna park up here. And I'll probably get back to you when I'm at home. I feel like that sounds so good, but it's £2.75. But part of me is like, well, I didn't just have to pay £400 for a new key, so... That is crazy. Ooh, maybe Zach would like these. I might get them for him. I'm feeling nice. I'm feeling rich today. I did that. So I just went to Aldi and I didn't do a shopping list. So I don't know if I actually got everything that I needed to get. I was just kind of remembering like what we would normally get. But I was like, I picked up the cereal for myself and then I picked up some for Zach. I was like, oh, I'm going to treat him. And then I literally went to pay and I remembered he gave me his card to pay for the shopping today. So Zach did just treat himself. And to be honest, I didn't spend an obscene amount. I only spent like £25. But I actually feel really bad that I like went, oh, let me get this. And it was on Zach's card. Sorry, Zach. Just putting it out there that I did not mean to do that. But I'm going to head back now. I got stuff to make, actually I didn't really need to get anything except maple syrup, but I got stuff to make peanut butter cookies because Zach needs something after his night shift when we go to the gym to keep him going. So we tried muffins and he only had one, though he claims he likes them. So I'm only joking, it's all love. So I'm gonna make some like peanut butter protein cookies. I've literally just remembered I need to get my car serviced and it's so annoying because I serviced my car, like my old car, literally like a few months ago, and then I got it swapped for this one and now I need to go get it serviced again, and it's actually such a pain in the ass because the place I have to get it serviced is actually out the way. It's like an hour and a bit walk from mine, so it's not too bad, like I can walk back, but it is still a little bit of a pain in the ass, but it's really not the worst thing in the world. I'm so excited, like the house already looks so good. Like also, can I just say, I don't know if I've explained like me and Zach living together. So Zach moved because he had a shit landlord basically, and we were in a temporary place for about 4 months, and then they kind of like said it wasn't unexpected that we had to move out, but it was a lot sooner than we thought it would be. Like we thought we'd be there till April, which is literally only March, so we would have still been there now. The place where we were when the place where Zach was when I first met him was the same street as the place that we moved temporarily to. And the first place he was in, the landlord was so rude and sick and horrible and twisted. So so Zach was in a basement flat first and foremost, and he was paying $1,200 a month to be in a basement. Like a basement, and that's not including bills either. And she didn't live above. It was kind of like rented out, I think it was like an Airbnb. And then I don't know what tragedy she went through in her life because she was such a spiteful person, but she moved to the flat above. So I was parked in the driveway because it was a shared driveway. I thought it was a shared driveway. Zach thought it was a shared driveway. So I parked in the driveway, no one was there, so I was like, okay, my turn. And the thing is, there's street parking, but very limited. So down by Zach's, you couldn't park there unless you had a permit, and then up the top of the road you could for 2 hours, no return within 2 hours. So I risked a lot of times to park there, and let me fucking tell you, the amount of tickets I got, I don't even know. I probably got about 7 tickets from parking around there, like over the, I guess, about over the year. So I parked on the parking space, and she knocked on the door and she was like, is your car parked there? And he was like, yes. Also, bear in mind, this was a few months into our relationship, like it was very new, and I was at the point where I just got comfortable eating in front of Zach, right? Like it was that type of new. She was like, can you move your car? So I went out. We had just started eating, by the way, burgers or whatever. I had like 2 bites of my food. Whatever we started eating, I only had 2 bites of it. And I went out and she was like, this is my parking space. Okay. And I said, oh, is it? I thought it was shared. Like Zach said it was shared, and she was like, no, it's mine, I'm the landlord. But how I'm saying this, by the way, is literally like the exact attitude that she said it in. And I'm just like, this is the first I've heard of this, you've never, you're not told me to move the car before, blah blah. Anyway, so I said, oh, is it? And she said, I'm the landlord. And I went, oh, are you? Because Zach had like emailed her regarding sending his contract over or something. I can't remember, but I was like, oh really? Because Zach emailed you about his contract and never heard from you. Like I didn't mean to come across condescending or anything. Like I was genuinely just asking. Anyway, she cut me off completely and said, move your car. Okay, so I moved my car and parked it on the street, and like she could have approached that so differently. There wouldn't have been any problems whatsoever, but she approached that so horribly that I was just like, oh, okay. And I moved it and I got in and I just wouldn't eat the rest of my dinner. And I was like crying and I was like actually upset. Like she really, like what she said really hurt my heart, like, because I thought I was being so nice to her, and I just thought she treated me like shit. Obviously we had Xena in that small place, and we were like, we need to go, but like it was so hard to move, like so hard to find a place that allows dogs, and it was the money of moving as well. And then he was like, oh my god, she's like brought in like a paw print mat, like what if she has a dog, it's gonna, like, they're gonna, like, her and Xena, the dog and Xena are gonna bark. And I said, I promise you right now, she is not a dog person. And lo and behold, one day from her window, I see a hairless cat. And I'm like, that makes so much sense that she has a hairless cat. If it was like 3 times she told me to move my car, I would completely understand. But the first time, like, girl, like, come on. But anyway, we ended up moving up the road, and do you know that we only got his deposit back recently? We moved out in July, and we only got his deposit back last month, because she stole it basically, and we had to go to small claims court. Like, we went to civil, that place that you go to, small, like, anyway, they said, whatever the fuck it's called. They sent the case to small claims court, and then months later, finally we got the deposit back. I think we should have deserved more than just the deposit, like 2 times the amount, because she actually blatantly did steal. I do not like wish ill on people, but I don't fucking wish her well. I do not wish her anything. Like, I don't care. Like, she was not a nice person, or one bit. Then me and Zach moved up the road for a few months, and then left earlier than we anticipated. Like I said, not completely out of the blue, because we knew that they were trying to sell the house. We found this place in a different area. I'm so glad to be out of that one street. I hated it so much. I love the area right now. Xena loves it. There's no dogs to, because in the temporary place as well, a really big issue was there was a dog next door who wouldn't stop barking at Xena, and it stressed her out, and she would bark back, and it just wasn't a good environment at all. But with this new place, there's like no dogs around, which is really good. The only downside is we don't have a garden, but I just take her out to the toilet all the time, and she obviously still goes on walks, and she's just so much happier here. I'm so much happier here. Zach's so much happier here. But I didn't plan to move in. But no, I didn't plan to move in. I just wanted to stay at their new house for like a week while Xena settled in, because I was really worried about her, because she was so stressed with moving. And then I just never stopped staying over. But yeah, so that's the story of why we lived together, basically. I mean, we saw each other every single day anyway, so it's not too different, but obviously Zach works nights, so I wanted to be with Xena overnight. Anyway, I have so much in my boot now that I need to take into the house. But yeah, I've just been slowly but surely decorating the place. Obviously, put posters up. I might show you guys that, because I don't know who's watched the last video of all the posters. But yeah, I'll get back to you when I'm doing some decorating. Hello there, Xena. I put it together so badly, so the drawer doesn't close unless you really jam it, and you have to like push it up like that. But I don't know if this one, obviously this is just the frame of it, I don't know if this one is going to look better or if it's worse. But there's not like that many places that we can put a new thing, so I think I'm just going to try it and see what happens. Okay, I'm going to make the decision that this is far too low, but I feel like there is another place for it. Also, these are the posters, by the way, in case you haven't seen them. Sinners, Good Time, and The Bone Temple, 28 years later. Watch my video about the kilo sale, the very end. I put these posters up and I explain why we got each of them. But I feel like this little thing could go here. But then we have this like coat rack, which is literally falling apart, and then we have washing there. Maybe the house, ooh. I was gonna say maybe the house isn't big enough, but we have this mirror that my dad put up for us. It could go there. If we move the sofa over that way, could go there quite nicely. And then I just want to tidy this whole thing up, because it is such a mess. Like, I swear the living room just never looks good. Also the Hoover doesn't even normally live there. It is just there because I've been meaning to Hoover for about 2 weeks. Probably longer, to be honest. But let me do a little bit of moving about. The tripod's in the car and I can't bother to get it, so I'm not recording too much of this. I'm going to move that little one over there and see how that fits, and try and move the sofa over without making Xena mad at me. So I have neatened this up, refolded all the towels. Xena's scary ass toy that Zach's nan got her is there, but I neatened this up. Got some flowers that Zach got me the other day. Gorgeous. Got this radio. Got our little key holder, but eventually I do want to put, I've said this before, I want to put a chessboard up there and stick on the pieces and use the pieces as hooks. And then I put ignore the camera just for now, and also there's like actually just crap down here, but I put the other little table there and opened this window to let some light in. Put the other little table there, so now you got 2 of the 3 tables next to each other. Still got the posters and then the dog, but under this mirror I put this little table, so I need to fill it out with this stuff. I got 2 bags of stuff that I bought from home, and I wanted to go through some stuff with you, but I just wanted to show you this. So that got me this for Christmas. I remember us looking at it in Waterstones, and he actually remembered and got it for me. He's actually really good at remembering presents and things that I actually want. It's basically got like this, the whole script, and then it also has, so it has the whole script, and it also has stuff from the music, and it also has, there they are, scenes in them. Oh, sorry, that was a bit graphic. I don't think I can show that one. I don't think there's actually any photos I can show in this video. This little ball, we got it, so we watched Project Hail Mary, and we didn't realise that we watched it in like a premiere, so we got these little balls. I got one as well, but Zach took off his tag for some reason. But it's a Project Hail Mary little ball. But yeah, we didn't realise until like a week later that we saw it early, when we realised it wasn't even out yet. We got this little mushroom that my mum got us, which is just battery powered, and then this is just lemon water, and I have a little Oasis coaster that needs to dust that I got for Zach for Christmas. So I just need to figure out what to put here and then inside as well. Oh, it's not screwed in though, so you've got to be careful. But basically, I have some few photo books that I got from university that I made. So this one, first of all, is the catalogue for the 3rd year show. So I didn't make this picture at the front, but I did edit the cover, and me and someone else did edit this whole book. I opened it right on my page. Right, let me show you. So we did it in name order. So this is my part, and this is the project I did, and the fonting's purple and it matches the cover. It's so cute. So I just have these 3 pages of my stuff, and then the rest is just other people's artwork and some essays for my course. And then I have 2 books I made. This is the first book I made in 2nd year, I believe. It was the end of 2nd year. It is, for example, let me show me a photo of the person, and then it's like a close-up of their insecurities or what they love about themselves. So this is, I love my armpit hair. I still do. Sometimes I keep it, but I do shave it a little bit now. Yeah, that's what I wrote. And then I won't show anyone else's in case they don't want it on this channel. But it's just like that. Really love it. And then Glimpses of Beauty, my absolute favourite final year project. People who have been battling with mental health. Oh, I love this book so much. So like there's this page, and that's a poem that someone wrote. Then next to most people there's a little piece of text, and I wrote a poem for my one. But there's like text about what they went through. I won't focus too much on it, but I love these books, so I'm thinking of kind of putting them under here. I'm going to put this one on the bottom because this one's my favourite. And I want to do this project again. I need to get into more personal photography. Maybe that one can go on the bookshelf because I don't like care about that one as much, but I do quite like that. And then you can see the little, okay, it's the next day. I've just been watching Heartbreak High because hello. Okay, Tina. Hello. Okay. Bye then. I've just been watching Heartbreak High because the season 3 just came out today, and I really enjoy it. So I've been watching, get off my ice dolly. So I've been watching that in the background. But I'm just about to have a little snack of an ice lolly. Tina, it's not yours. And I've just been editing the video, but I wanted to show you what I did. I wanted to show you what I did with the drawers. So I got 2 coasters. I added another one. We had the Oasis one. I added the one from upstairs, the Fleetwood Mac one. And then down here, this is a little picture of me and my family dog Benji, who passed away a few years ago, and I was like 11 in that. And then I got a little card that I wrote to myself when I was away once. Then I got my photography books here, and I just have like cameras and stuff under there. And then in here it's just kind of like random bits. This is not screwed on. It's just like random bits that could be helpful at some point. So yeah, I'm really happy with how it has turned out. I wanted to go to the charity shop to see if I can find some matching frames for the bedroom, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that anymore because I just have stuff to do. Going to like a work leaving do tonight. So I need to start getting ready for that like pretty soon because I'm leaving about 4, but Zach's waking up at 3, so I don't really want to be getting ready when he's awake. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go with Zach on Saturday maybe, because it's up the road, and also it's a little bit of a walk. I don't really want to drive there, so it'd be nicer to go with Zach, and then maybe he can take Xena and I can go inside without him. Because I also want to get new curtains for the bedroom because they are so ugly, but I only want to find them in a charity shop. We will see if I can find any. But I'm not going to be like, I don't really want to buy anything new. Like, anything I find is just going to be like pure luck from a charity shop or secondhand something. But that's my plan. I really need to pee though, so I'm going to go pee first. But I'll probably be back to you on Saturday. That's what I'm thinking, is I'll be back on Saturday. It's not Saturday, it's actually Monday. I said I was going to record Saturday because I was trying to find some frames for the bedroom, but there wasn't any frames in the charity shop we went to, and that's okay. I think the perfect frames will come along, and I didn't want to like go hunting for them because I really couldn't be bothered. Me and Zach just wanted a lazy weekend. But I do want to show you something before I end this video. This is a Bershka jacket that I got years ago. It's like a brown leather jacket. I got it off ASOS, I believe, and I do love it so much, but it needed a little something because it was a little bit boring. And obviously I've seen everywhere fireman clasp jackets. I think they're so cool, but I don't want to buy one because it seems kind of inauthentic. I've also wanted to do this for months and months and months, like before fireman clasp jackets like were really in like Zara and H&M and stuff. But I finally got around to doing it, and it actually is a little bit easier than I thought it would be, but at the same time it's kind of hard because I got this like leather hole punch and it doesn't really work. I kind of need to put like a little dent in the leather jacket, but it doesn't actually make a hole. So then I go in with my scissors and I kind of like just stab it, and that's what I've been doing. So this is what it looks like so far. I've managed to do 3 lots of one of them. I've managed to put in 3 of the buckles. I don't know how sturdy this is. It's probably not very sturdy, but what I need to do is do 3 more holes times 3, so that's 9 more holes altogether, which I've marked here to do so I can put this bit on and then it will clasp up. So I'm looking forward to that. But I literally just ordered this from Amazon, really cheap, obviously, because it actually doesn't work. And then I ordered these from Amazon as well, I think, and I got gold ones because I swapped out all my jewellery a few months ago. Probably longer than a few months ago, but I'm wearing gold now, so I thought gold makes more sense. But yeah, I marked out with white paint on the end of a paintbrush where I need to put the holes in. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm not going to record myself doing it because genuinely it's the most boring thing. But I'll tell you, like I just said, I literally just go in, try and punch at least a little bit of a hole. I don't know how I'm going to do it because these are actually quite far in. I just realised I don't actually know how I'm going to do it because there's a big gap between the paint and here, and I don't know if that reaches. You tell me. But I will somehow put these 3 holes in, and then the little kit comes with these, and then it's so hard to do because of my nails, they're quite long at the moment, and then you just push these 2 together like this, then they clasp, you see. But that's kind of how I've been doing it. Not the best way ever, but also I wasn't too bothered about potentially ruining this jacket because although I do like wearing it, it's not like the most amazing jacket in the world, and I wasn't going to buy one just to do this. So hopefully this works and it'll be a good spring jacket and it lasts as well. It doesn't like rip the fabric too much. But I'll be back when it's all done and hopefully it goes well. Came out so cute. I actually really love it. It is a little bit dodgy, the third, like the bottom. I started, so basically my leather hole punch just wasn't working, and for some reason the lower half was really hard to cut into, so I ended up getting a really sharp knife and I accidentally cut like a big line in the fabric. So the lower fireman clasp is a little bit dodgy, but you know what, for my first time and for a DIY, and also I'm really not a DIY girl. I do want to be, but I'm really not. I'm happy with how it turned out. I can't wait to wear that, but I'm really happy with it. I love it so much. It's literally what I wanted. I think it looks so cool, and I'm so happy I finally just did it and just stopped waiting around. But yeah, there's not really much else that I want to record right now. I think I'm just going to edit this video and put it up because that's it for the decorating right now. And yeah, I hope you like my jacket because I really, really like it. And I hope you like this video. But I think that's all from me. I think that's all I want to say. Okay, bye.